What's up, y'all? It's Gavin with Red Camo Crossing, and in this episode, I'm going to show you how to catch fall time bass. So, for starters, I really like to look for coves and small areas off of a main lake where there are lily pads, just because lily pads, they stick around for the longest and provide good cover for the fish. Also, you can, in small residential parks and little state parks, a lot of those smaller lakes will have lily pads in them. So look for that. And also, for whatever reason you don't have lily pads in your area, if you can find these small coves where there is still some grass and moss at the back of these coves and it has not died off a whole lot since the summer, you can also go and fish that. So I'm going to show you what I use, and this works without fail. I love using this in the fall. So go and get yourself some cheap 6-inch plastic lizards, preferably black and blue color, because it's a great color. It has great contrast in the water, and the bass seem to absolutely love it. And so what I'll do is I'll take these little lizards, and I'll take this. So right in the middle here, stay there. I'll take this, just pinch it, and rip this in half. And this is what you're going to use right here. And it's kind of like a little creature bait. And what I actually got one rigged up here already. Have it on a little size 4 hook, little size 4 J hook. I just have that hooked weedless on there with this little 3/8 ounce bullet sinker. And usually I'll use a 1/4, but it was really windy when I was fishing, so I stepped up the weight a little bit. You fish this like a little creature bait through the lily pads, and it is just dynamite. It's small, and the bass absolutely love it. So, oh, and also I'm using 30-pound braid. Usually like to keep it beefy when I'm fishing heavy cover, so I don't have any mishaps with line snaps or just not being able to get my bait out of the cover. So without further ado, we'll get into the footage. I hope you enjoy. There we go. All right. Just like that. Oh, come here. That's one of the most fun things you can do. It's pitching into the lily pads, catching bass. It's a great time. Doesn't get much better. All right. So it is late October right now, and there is not a whole lot of vegetation left up by the shore. Most of all of your grasses and your moss have died off for the most part. But in lakes where there are lily pads and ponds where there are lily pads, they're still here. They're starting to die, but they're still here. And when it's still decently nice out, like today, in the upper 50s, low 60s, and sunny out, there will really be a lot of fish, a lot of bass up on these lily pads. So a lot of times, they'll actually, when they move away from that grass that's not, those areas that don't have grass anymore, they'll move into where these lily pads are. And if you can find them, you can really kill them. Be dynamite fishing. Another thing too is that you really don't need to throw a really big bait. That's the thing about this lizard that's been split in half. It is not a very big bait, but because the thing is the water's cooled down a bit since the summertime, and these bass are not quite as aggressive as they were a month or two ago. So dialing down the size of the bait a little bit works great. We gotta pitch it into those lily pads, get it up in there. Be in no rush to bring it back. So just lift it up a little bit. Just let it sit there. There we go. All right. Second fish. Get on these fall bass that are sitting in these lily pads. Never know when you can come across a bigger one. There we go. All right. Another one. All right. Beautiful fish. Thing about pitching into lily pads is you are going to get hung up and stuff, so you got to be patient. All right. He bit very soft. I actually barely felt that bite. He was deep in the lily pads though. That guy was up in there. All right, there we go. And there we go. All right. Okay. Heck yeah. Actually, coming up to front of these lily pads, I got him right off of these lily pads. There's a couple right here, but and he wasn't really deep in them. Hell yeah, let's go. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments down below, and subscribe if you like the videos. And I'd also like to say, never let the opportunity for a good adventure go to waste.